Hey Hannah, I got your request a while back about how did I learn guitar, and I've been meaning to make this video. For some reason, whenever I try to make it, I just feel like I'm rambling forever. So I'm going to try to keep this shorter. And if there's something that you want to know more about, I can make another video. It's just kind of hard when you're just talking to the camera by yourself. So I'll try to keep this around 5 minutes. So 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It's already been 30 seconds. So anyway, the way that I started learning guitar was not till I was around age 20, which was pretty late. And I started with classical guitar for about a year. And the reason why was in college I did some classical music through a choir and I was interested in it. And I just kind of ended up finding a classical teacher and I did that for about a year and it was very technical finger picking with note reading. And then eventually I wanted to learn more popular music that I was into, like I liked Radiohead and Modest Mouse a lot at the time and also the Nirvana Unplugged album. So I found somebody who would teach me that stuff, and I found a teacher named Todd Pike in Encinitas, and he was a good teacher, and he basically got me up to speed on strumming and all that kind of stuff. This was before YouTube, so there's a lot of stuff nowadays maybe you could find on YouTube, but I would recommend having an in-person teacher. And he kind of got me up to speed there. Then he actually offered me a job teaching, and after only playing guitar for about a year and a half, I started teaching. But actually, that was a way to get a lot better myself because teaching you forces you to know stuff. And in the meantime, I was teaching at a music school, so I got a lot of help from other people. And I learned music theory during that time. And one thing I did early on was I made a lot of set lists. So I'd pick like 10 songs and master those songs and be able to play them. That's something good you can do. Learning some music theory after you have a few years experience can be very helpful. And then also I wrote a ton of my own songs. Writing your own songs is maybe the single best way, like while you're doing other stuff, but then also writing your own songs to really internalize things. And then I just kept teaching. So I was a student, but on the side I was always teaching guitar. And even though like most people aren't going to end up as guitar teachers, the lesson there is just to keep doing it, because a lot of people get decent and then they stop. And this is true for a lot of things in life. But I mean, if you stop, you're eventually going to forget. So with the teaching, I was always doing it on the side and continuing to improve slowly. And then it'd be fun because periodically I would want to like start writing my own songs again, and I would be a lot better because in the background I had been improving because I was teaching. And the main thing with teaching is you learn a lot of songs by ear. So a lot of times like there is a tab, but let's say only half the tab is right. So I'd be like, okay, well here's a nice start, but then I would have to fill in like, well this is clearly not right. So I'd have to use my ear and some music theory to figure stuff out. And that's really what I do. I mean, if somebody asks me how to play a song, I usually look to see what already exists. And sometimes there's maybe a tab that's close but not perfect, and I'll use that as a starting point. Or if somebody already made a video in perfect tab, then I'll just recommend that. And this is my approach to making stuff on YouTube, because I'm trying to help people to learn. And then I guess some other things that happened for me along the way was, jamming with other people and then trying to start a band. I never really fully had like a successful band experience, but trying to start bands and like practicing and jamming with other people is a super good thing to do. Writing your own songs is a good thing to do. Going out and performing, taking in-person lessons. You can find groups on Craigslist to meet up with. All that kind of stuff, super good, because you learn a lot being around other people than just like sitting in your room and playing. And then I guess just staying like excited about music, That's really the big thing. Like when I started teaching, I realized like one criticism I would have when I was first teaching at a music school was we had a very standard curriculum. But a lot of kids, you could tell they weren't excited. And same thing with adults. I mean, if you're not excited, you're not super... there's not some goal for you, then it's going to be hard with music. So the goal could be anything. It could be like you really want to play like some song, that nobody else likes except you, and just go for it and make that your goal. Or it could be like for me, it was writing my own songs was a goal. And early on, it was like learning Radiohead songs for a few years. I like that. And now I still enjoy. Sometimes I enjoy figuring out stuff out by ear. And I guess right now I want to write some guitar books to help people to learn how to write their own songs. So that's kind of a goal I have with music. So I think it'd be cool to help people with that, and it'd be fun if I could figure out some way to make money doing something I enjoy with music. And because I don't really teach in person anymore, but that, that's a personal goal, and it will drive me to become better. And I'm also right now kind of trying to find new bands that I like. So even just trying to hunt for new music can be a way to stay involved in it. And I might start taking some singing lessons because I feel like that would improve, like that would open up my songwriting. So just always having new goals and stuff will really take you far. And I guess that takes it to about 5.5 minutes. So if you have anything else you want to hear about, I mean, I could get into like detail with some of the stuff I was mentioning. I could probably talk for hours about all this, but like I said, whenever I try to make this video, it's kind of awkward just talking to the camera by myself. So anyway, if you have more questions, let me know. Bye.